If you've clicked on this video today, I believe it's not by accident. Maybe your spirit has been restless, searching for answers, for reassurance that your life is not standing still, that something beautiful is on the horizon. Today, I want to share with you 10 powerful signs that God is preparing a great blessing for you. Stay with me until the end because some of these signs might surprise you, and they might explain why you've been feeling the way you do. And before we dive in, if you're passionate about understanding how God works in the hidden places of your life, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that could bring you encouragement and hope. Let's get started. One of the first signs that God is preparing a great blessing for your life is a season of pruning. It's when suddenly things, people, or habits you've held on to start falling away. You might lose friendships, opportunities, even comfort zones. It can feel harsh and painful, as though your life is being stripped bare. But just as a gardener prunes a tree to help it bear more fruit, God removes what no longer serves your future. If you're experiencing loss or closed doors right now, it may actually be the groundwork for greater things ahead. Another sign is an intense feeling of restlessness. Have you ever felt like your current life simply doesn't fit anymore? Like your soul is yearning for something more, even if you can't define what it is. This agitation isn't random. It's God stirring your spirit, preparing you to step into a new chapter. Don't ignore that inner nudge. Pay attention to where your heart feels pulled, because it might be pointing toward your coming blessing. A third sign is an unusual clarity about your purpose. Even if you felt lost for years, you may suddenly gain insight about why you're here and what you're meant to do. It may come in quiet moments, through conversations, or even during challenges. When God is about to bless you, He often aligns your heart with His plans, so that when the opportunity arrives, you'll recognize it and have the courage to walk into it. The fourth sign is an increase in spiritual attacks or challenges. Sometimes, right before a major blessing, life seems to fall apart. You face unexpected troubles, anxiety, or moments of deep discouragement. It's because the enemy wants to derail you before you reach your promise. So if your battles feel bigger than usual, don't lose heart. It could be a sign that you're on the verge of something extraordinary. The fifth sign is doors opening where you least expect them. Opportunities may come from places you never thought possible. People may appear in your life who open new paths. Things that seemed impossible begin to move. When God prepares a blessing, He can shift circumstances overnight. Stay alert and grateful, even for small, unexpected breakthroughs. They're often the first signs of a much greater blessing unfolding. Before we continue with the next signs, take a moment right now and drop a comment telling me which of these signs resonates with your life today. And remember, subscribe if you haven't yet. It helps this message reach more people who need to hear it. Another sign that God is preparing a great blessing in your life is a sudden sense of inner peace in the middle of chaos. You might look around and see storms raging in your circumstances, but deep inside, there's a quiet confidence that everything will be okay. It's as though God whispers to your spirit, "Hold on, I'm working." This peace isn't denial. It's supernatural reassurance. When you feel that unexplainable calm, even when nothing makes sense, it's a sign that something divine is aligning for your good. The seventh sign is a growing desire to let go of old wounds and forgive. As God prepares you for your next level, He doesn't want bitterness or old pain to follow you into your blessing. You might feel urged to reach out and mend relationships, or simply release the burden in your heart. Forgiveness doesn't always mean reconciliation, but it does mean freedom. The lighter your heart, the more room there is for new blessings to flow. The eighth sign is divine delays that test your patience. Sometimes, God's blessings are delayed, not denied. You may be praying for a breakthrough, yet nothing seems to happen. Doors stay shut. Opportunities stall. But delays are often God's way of preparing the blessing and preparing you to receive it. Remember, He's never late. If things are moving slowly, it could be because the blessing is bigger than you imagined, and it needs the perfect timing to arrive. The ninth sign is unexplained provision in times of need. Have you ever found that, even when you were at your lowest financially or emotionally, help arrived from unexpected places? Someone sends you money you didn't ask for. You get a job lead you didn't pursue. Or a stranger gives you exactly the encouragement you needed. These are not coincidences. They're glimpses of how God provides as He leads you toward His bigger plans. And finally, the 10th sign is an overwhelming sense that your story isn't over yet. Deep down, despite disappointments, you still believe there's more. You may even feel a gentle urgency to prepare, to clean up your environment, to work on yourself, to pray more, or to learn new skills. This inner conviction is God's way of preparing your heart and life for a blessing that's going to shift your journey in incredible ways. Listen to me. If you see even one or two of these signs happening in your life, hold on to hope. God is not finished with you. What you're going through right now is not the end. It's preparation for something greater. Before I share a few final thoughts, if this message is blessing you, take a second to like this video and share it with someone who might need this encouragement. Let's spread hope together, because there are so many people waiting to hear that God hasn't forgotten them. Maybe right now you're listening and thinking, "But I've been waiting for so long. Why would God delay my blessing?" I want you to know that your waiting is never wasted. God is not only preparing the blessing for you, He's preparing you for the blessing. He's stretching your faith, refining your character, and ensuring you'll be able to handle the responsibility that comes with what you've been praying for. Sometimes we think blessings are just about receiving things we desire: a relationship, financial breakthrough, healing, success. But true blessings are deeper than that. They come with purpose. They transform us from the inside out. They put us in positions where we can impact other lives. If God has promised you something, He will fulfill it, but He's too wise to give it to you prematurely. I want you to remember, the silence of God is not the absence of God. You may not see Him working, but He's orchestrating connections, opening hearts, and shifting circumstances in places you cannot see. Just because it's quiet doesn't mean nothing is happening. Often, the greatest miracles grow in silence before they're revealed. And perhaps you've felt discouraged because the blessing you expected didn't arrive the way you thought it would. I've learned that sometimes God's blessings look nothing like what we had in mind. They might arrive wrapped in challenge, change, or even heartbreak. But when you look back, you realize that what you thought was the end was really the beginning of a new and better chapter. Trust that He knows what's best for you, even when it doesn't look like what you pictured. I know it's hard, especially if you've been praying, believing, sowing seeds of faith, and still waiting. But let me remind you of something powerful. The greater the calling, the greater the preparation. If your path has felt especially heavy, it might be because the blessing ahead is so significant that it requires a stronger, wiser, and more refined version of you to carry it. So today, I encourage you, don't give up. Keep showing up every day with faith, even if you feel weak. Keep praying. Keep working on your craft, your character, your mindset. Stay grateful, even on days when you don't feel like it. Gratitude has a mysterious way of unlocking blessings we didn't see coming. Right now, wherever you are, I want you to pause and say to yourself, "My story is not over. God is preparing something great for me." Because He truly is. And one day soon, you'll look back and realize that every trial, every tear, every moment of confusion was leading you exactly where you were meant to be. If you're feeling this message in your spirit today, drop a comment below and simply write, "I believe my blessing is coming." Let's fill the comments with faith and hope and encourage each other. I want you to imagine for a moment that you're standing at the edge of a beautiful sunrise. You can't see the sun yet. It's hidden behind the horizon. But there's a glow in the sky, a soft hint of color that tells you morning is coming. That's what it's like when God is preparing a great blessing for your life. You may not see it in full yet, but there are signs, glimpses, and quiet confirmations that your dawn is on the way. Many people give up right before the sun rises. They let discouragement talk them out of believing. They convince themselves that maybe God forgot about them, or that they've somehow missed their blessing. But I'm here to tell you, if you're still breathing, God is still working. You haven't missed anything that's meant for you. You're right on schedule, even if it feels delayed. It's important to remember that blessings don't always arrive as one big moment. Sometimes they unfold in small steps, piece by piece, like a puzzle coming together. One new friendship, one phone call, one small breakthrough. Don't dismiss the small victories. Celebrate them, because they're the foundation of something much bigger God is building. Also, don't be surprised if you start feeling called to prepare for your blessing in practical ways. Maybe you feel compelled to get your finances in order. Maybe you're urged to clear out clutter from your home. Maybe you suddenly have the desire to take care of your health, learn new skills, or deepen your spiritual life. These are nudges from God saying, "Get ready. Something is coming." I believe the reason you're watching this video right now is because God wants to remind you, your waiting is not in vain. There's a blessing in the works that is going to blow your mind. It might not look how you expect. It might take longer than you'd hoped, but when it comes, it will make sense of every tear, every sacrifice, and every moment you felt forgotten. So as we close today, I want to encourage you once more. Keep your faith alive. Keep expecting. Keep believing that the God who started a good work in you will bring it to completion. And when your blessing arrives, don't forget to share your testimony. It might just be the encouragement someone else needs to keep going. Before you go, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button now so you'll stay connected for more messages like this. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to hear that God is preparing a great blessing for them too. And drop your comment below saying, "I believe my blessing is coming." Let's stand in faith together. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm praying that your coming days are filled with unexpected joy and divine surprises. Remember, the best is yet to come.